peeled garlic cloves. Make sure you're using fresh garlic here and peeling it yourself because the garlic is of course the main ingredient in this sauce, so we want to use the highest quality possible. So just go ahead and smash each clove, which will allow you to easily remove the skins. You don't have to worry about being gentle with it since it'll all get blended up anyways. I also don't bother to remove the woody ends of the garlic. All you really need to do here is remove the skins. Now you'll also need a food processor for this recipe because we're going to form an emulsion, so we need very vigorous and consistent mixing. So a food processor is by far the easiest way to do that, but you can also make this recipe using a mortar and pestle if you don't have a food processor. But just try to stick with one of those two options because a blender just won't allow you to achieve the ideal texture to your sauce. Anyways, once your garlic is peeled, go ahead and add it to your food processor along with 1 teaspoon of kosher salt and pulse it until finely chopped. Then add your 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now optionally you can wait about 20 to 30 minutes to allow the garlic to mellow out a bit. If you've seen my hummus video, you'll know that macerating onions or garlic in an acidic liquid like this neutralizes some of those pungent flavors and takes the bite out of them. So I usually wait about 30 minutes here to reduce the bitterness, but if you like a really pungent garlic sauce, then you can just keep on going. Either way, once you're ready to continue, it's time to start incorporating the oil. So pulse the garlic mixture until you reach a fine paste, then get out 1 3/4 cups of a neutral oil. I'm just using vegetable oil here. Like I mentioned, we're forming an emulsion here, so it's very important to incorporate the oil as slowly as possible. So start by adding about a tablespoon of the oil and process the mixture until it thickens a bit, scraping down the sides of the bowl as necessary to make sure everything gets incorporated. Then continue to add the oil 1 tablespoon at a time, making sure it's fully incorporated before adding the next portion. Take your time with this part because if you go too quickly, the emulsion could break, which would lead to a lot more work to bring it back together. And this beginning part of the process is most important for establishing the stability of the emulsion. So once you've added about 4 tablespoons of oil, we're going to start adding a bit of ice water as well to help emulsify the sauce. So get out a glass of ice water and slowly add about a tablespoon of it as you continue to process. Then slowly drizzle in another 1/4 cup of oil, then a tablespoon of water, then a 1/4 cup of oil, etc. until all of the oil is used up. Again, be very careful to pour slowly here, and if you have a food processor with a hole at the top, that would be ideal. But if not, you can just continue to add the oil tablespoon by tablespoon as we did at the beginning. Either way, this entire process should take about 5 to 10 minutes, and once it's completely processed, you should be left with a light and fluffy garlic sauce. If your emulsion does break, like I mentioned before, you can bring it back with the help of an egg white. In that case, dump all but 1/4 cup of your mixture out of your food processor, then add 1 egg white and whip until it becomes fluffy. Then slowly stream in your broken mixture just like you would with the oil. Of course, you can make this sauce to suit your own taste, so feel free to add more lemon juice, salt, or even more oil if you feel it's necessary. The sauce will last about a month in your fridge, but it does lose quite a bit of its pungency after about 1 to 2 days, so if you like a really garlicky sauce, you'll want to consume it as soon as possible. So now that we have our sauce, we'll of course need some pita bread to go with it.